think I've ever done this kind of video or watched this kind of video, so we'll see how it goes. Let's get into it. My name's Mare. Thanks for hanging out and watching another episode of the Mareathon. Life's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Lace up and subscribe today. If you would like to, there's a link down below. Tell your friends, tell your family, encourage them to become a marathoner as well. There's also a link to the Facebook group in the description box of this video if you would like to join us there. And today I thought I would go through my goals for this year. You know, it's about okay, it's not midway through the year. It's the end of August, but whatever. And see how I'm doing, assess, maybe celebrate, or decide that that's not something I really want to do, or give myself a bit of a kick in the butt, talk about it. Hopefully you've seen the video that I did at the beginning of the year, which was my goals for this year. Great, how many times am I gonna say year in this video? I'll link it below if you haven't seen it. And I just recently watched it and made notes of what my goals were. So I know lots of people are so anti-New Year's resolution, and I think you can make goals for yourself any time of the year. And to me, even though like clearly I'm not in school, September still does have this sense of like refresh, renew, you know, a bit of a new start, heading into fall as the kids go back. It's this thing I think that's just ingrained in us. So this is just another time that's great to make a vision board or make some goals for yourself. You can do it any time of the year. I have talked recently in videos how I set myself a new goal on my birthday, which I've never done before. It just kind of struck me and I thought it would be fun to try something new. So my goal is to do yoga every single day between my last birthday and my next, and so far we're good. We're like 21, 2, 3, 4 days into it, so that seems pretty good. Okay, so I'll just go through some of my goals for this year and tell you how they're going, and I'd encourage you to do the same. I'd love it if you talked about it in the comments below or in the Facebook group, had a little bit of a conversation about it. Maybe if you have some goals and you're struggling with them, someone else will be able to help you. There's guaranteed there's someone in this community that's either like gone through what you have and has achieved it, or is struggling as you have, etc., etc. So this, look how giant this is. Can we just, for a frame of reference, cheers. One of my goals for this year was to read 15 books by the end, and I think I'm at 19, so I'm feeling very good about that. And I have physically read some books. This is the one that I'm just about to start. If you want to be part of the Mareathoner book club, the Mare Reads book club, we are reading Brene Brown's Braving the Wilderness, and we'll be discussing it in a Facebook Live third week of September. So if you're interested, this is the book. I haven't started it yet either. Don't worry if you haven't. This is the next one on my list. I'm just finishing another. So I like to physically read a book and also listen to books. That's really helped me. So I had a feeling, I don't know, I thought 15 was gonna be tough because I was definitely slacking on the reading front last year, and for many years I just could not turn off my damn phone, and so that feels really good. And so listening to them has helped. I bought myself a Kindle for my birthday, and that's helped reading at night, and just kind of figuring out what works for me. Like a book like this I could never read at bedtime because I'm not gonna take in what I need to, so I'll read it more during the day or at breakfast. Like right now at night I'm reading a book by Laura Weisberger, I think that's her name, When Life Gives You Lululemons. So it's like easy to read, which I love. Anyway, a few other goals that I had written out for myself and that I had put on my vision board for this year were to stand up for myself more, which I have, which has made me very uncomfortable, manifest more, trust in the universe, and really sink into some good like self-help podcasts. And I have done all those things. So that feels good. They're all works in progress. They will be, you know, for the rest of my life for sure. Standing up for myself and speaking up for myself and making other people uncomfortable is definitely not in my wheelhouse. So that's been a learning experience. I'm much more savvy when it comes to doing that as an advocate for my son, but when it comes to being an advocate for myself, It's hard. But we've been doing it. We've been mindfully doing it. And then another section, because I sectioned off my goals and I sort of section off my vision board too, was to meet myself and to let go and to be more mindful and intentional when it came to my friends and family. And when I say meet myself, I've just spent a lot of time this year actively and mindfully figuring out what I like, what I don't like, what I'm doing just because I feel like people expect me to do, or, you know, accepting invitations to do stuff that I like really don't want to, and then being okay with not wanting to, and being okay with not following the crowd, or yeah, like just figuring out what I like. It's been a very long time since I was single, like my teens, so just kind of sinking into that a bit and being like, what do I like to do? What would I look for in a partner? What would I look for in a friend as I try to like expand my friendship circle? And so that's been really interesting, and it's, you know, I think that'll always be a work in progress, but yeah, we're meeting her. We're thinking she's pretty cool. Letting go has been a real life lesson for me this year for sure. And that I still have to work on, letting go of people and letting go of expectations and letting go of hurt. I still have a lot of like anger and feelings and emotion and all kinds of stuff when it comes to Jeremy taking his life for sure. So that's a lot, but I think that's gonna take a long time. Like a friend of mine said to me this weekend, like, it's been just a year, girl, like, calm her down. So it's a work in progress, but for sure it's happening. Family and friends, yeah, I definitely have made more of an effort with my family this year. I've seen my mom a lot while she's been home, which has been super nice. And, you know, I went and saw my aunts and my uncle earlier this year, and I have plans to see them again in October, and went and saw my brother, and I'm hoping to go see my sister before the year is out. And my niece, like, made a lot of effort with her for sure, and my niece and nephew when we were in Philly. So yeah, that's felt good, definitely. I said I wanted to do 6 videos a week. That's just not, that's something I had to let go of. I think I still do like maybe 3 to 5, 3 to 4, and even that I celebrate, but that's a goal that I have had to let go of. In the health section, I talk about this a lot, that like health was my word for this year. I'd written down meditate, dry brush, remember to use lotion, and stop eating chips every night. The only thing that I have done well on that list is meditate. I'm almost at 400 days straight. Praise hands emojis. I definitely don't dry brush, even though it's hanging on the wall of my bathroom. I lotion sometimes when I get out of the shower, but I'm like terrible at remembering to do it, or terrible at remembering to do it at bedtime, especially now that I've started doing yoga at bedtime. Like, I don't want to lotion and then slip all over the mat. And I definitely eat chips every day. So the health section is something that has caused me a lot of angst and self-doubt and negative self-talk. So maybe that'll be sort of the back end of this year. Not all goals are perfect, and that's why I'm doing this video, is because I want you to see that, like, it may look like I really have my shit together, but there's a lot of things that I don't, and I need to work on, and I am working on. And so if you set goals for this year and you're feeling, you know, bad that you haven't started them, it's only August. Who cares? And if you have the same goal 5 years running, who cares? It's all good. And oh, another goal of mine this year was to use reusable grocery bags, and I am terrible at it. I don't think to do it until I get to the till, and then they're like, "You want bags?" I'm like, yes, I do. Did you know there's some towns where they don't have bags? I think that's genius. I think that is the only way I'll remember. How do you remember your grocery bags? They're in my car. They've been there all year. Also, I would like to add, I would like to get better about bringing this. I never think to bring a mug Or like a shaker, quite often after spin class, I'll get a protein shake and I'm always like, why am I getting this in a plastic cup? I should be bringing something to put it in. So if you have any tips on how you remember to bring your reusable cup and your reusable bags, I would like to be a better human to the planet. Please let me know. I mean, I know I'm doing my job by not eating meat and dairy for sure, but like, I feel like generations from now, maybe our kids are just going to hate us for how poorly we treated the planet. And I would like to try and help. So anywho, that's my kind of like a recap of the goals that I had for this year. As you can see, some are getting like nailed, some are not. And I want you to reflect on your goals for this year. And if you didn't set any, set them now. Who cares what time of year it is? Who cares what the date is? It doesn't matter. It's not like come, you know, December 31st, I'm no longer gonna read a book. Or I'm no longer gonna make an effort to bring my cup with me or bags or try and give up potato chips. That's been a goal forever. That's why I'm laughing. So like, I just have to give in. Like I could quit anything else, I swear. It's just like, I love the potato chip. Anyway, so if you have any tips on how I can achieve any of my goals, or if you want to talk about ones that you've achieved, like let's celebrate together. And if you want to talk about ones that you're struggling with, let's talk about it too. Maybe we can help each other. And that's something I've started talking about as I've been doing keynotes is not just basing your self-worth on your output. So I could look at this list and get really down on myself for not doing a bunch of it, but instead I choose to celebrate what I have done and then like quietly work on my self-talk for the rest of it. And so I think it's good to celebrate what you have done and then still want to work on what you want to work on, if that makes sense. So thanks for watching. Please lace up and become a marathoner. Subscribe to my channel. Life's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And in this marathon, we like to set goals and we like to work hard on stuff and we like to achieve stuff, and then we need to celebrate it. And if you're muddy about your goals, let me know. Maybe that's a video I could do on how to break down exactly what you want and how to set goals. That would be an interesting one if that's something you would like. Anyway, thanks for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.